So I'm going to talk about a near-death experience. This is quite an emotional experience for me, really. So it's become known as the mushroom incident. And I went out to Gululoka Retreat Centre for a month's solitary retreat. This was almost exactly 7 years ago. So I had a small hut with basic facilities up a mountain in the woods, and all went well for the first 2 weeks. My meditation was going really, really well, and I was quite happy getting on with things. So all good. But one morning I was walking through the woods and I saw this group of mushrooms, and they sort of beckoned to me. And I do have a certain partiality for fried mushrooms on toast. So I picked the mushrooms and fried them up for breakfast and thought no more about it. Anyway, later on that day, I became very sick and just vomited it all up. So for the next 4 days, I was alone in the hut up the mountain, and I couldn't eat anything. My stomach just refused to eat anything. And I also couldn't drink. I just felt too nauseous. So I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink. And I also couldn't sleep either. I just felt so uncomfortable. And I couldn't meditate either. So all I could do was lay in my bed. And I thought I'd just wait for it to pass. I thought, well, this is just a bad case of food poisoning, and I'll be fine. I'll come through. But then on the third night, I was quite delirious. So I thought, well, maybe I should get myself flown out of here. So on the fourth day, I arranged for flight. So this was, where are we? This is on the Thursday. So I took the mushroom on the Saturday, and on the Thursday, I flew back from Gululoka to Shrewsbury. I got myself taken to the airport. I managed the flying. I got met by my partner at the airport, and we went back home. So I'm still very sick, not really sleeping, not eating, not drinking. So the next day, went to see the doctor, went to the clinic, and I got myself tested. And as soon as the test results were available, I got the phone call, and the phone call said, we're going to send an ambulance. The ambulance will take you to the hospital immediately. Anyway, I had to wait hours, really. It didn't come for hours. And this was Friday night, worst time possible, really. So I arrived at Shrewsbury Hospital on Friday night. There I was at 11 o'clock. So they gave me a trolley in the corridor, and I had to wait all night in the trolley, kind of inching down the corridor, waiting to see the doctor. And then on Saturday morning, I saw the doctor, and he said, you've got kidney failure. Your kidneys are packing up, and your kidney functioning is really low. And he was very surprised that I wasn't more confused. In fact, I was still quite bright, really. I mean, I'd had a great solitary retreat. my meditation had gone really well. So I wasn't too fazed by this, really. But the word went out. So with the order office sent out a message to the entire order saying that I got kidney failure. I'd eaten a deadly poisonous mushroom, and my health was in the balance. So this went out to the entire order. So by Saturday night, they found me a bed in the ward, and I was in the ward with the various other people in, states of suffering, watching the nurses, the doctors come and go. And they hooked me up to this bottle, bottle of water, some liquid. There was a tube from the bottle, which went into my wrist, and the liquid flushed through my bloodstream and was there to flush out my kidneys. So that was Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, I woke up, in the ward, and you know what being in a hospital's like. There's lots of coming and going. Anyway, something quite remarkable started happening. So I started to have a vision of Padmasambhava. So Padmasambhava appeared right there in front of me. And the vision just sort of started happening quite slowly, really. It built up over time. So Padmasambhava was there in his red robe and his trident, holding the Vajra, skull cup, and vase of immortality, this golden vase of immortality. But he was in the middle of a whole mandala of figures. So beneath Padmasambhava was Shakyamuni the Buddha, and above Padmasambhava was the figure of Prajnaparamita, the Bodhisattva or Buddha of the perfection of wisdom. And on one side of Padmasambhava was Milarepa, the great yogin of Tibet, great meditator. And on the other side of Padmasambhava was this white Dakini figure called Magic Lapdron, who is also a great meditator. So there was these 5 figures appearing before me. And it was a very sustained vision. It lasted for 2 hours and was quite clear. And this was in the middle of the ward, so everybody was coming and going, and I was kind of hooked up to the bottle, and the juice was kind of flowing through me, and so everything as usual, really. Except there was a big mandala of these deities there in front of me. And Padmasambhava said to me, you need to recite the long life Padmasambhava mantra. So I did. That's Om Ahung Vajra Guru Padma Siddhi Ayushe Hung Nirija. So that's the long life Padmasambhava. So Ayu is long life. So remember, he holds the golden long life vase in his left hand. So he told me to recite the mantra, and as I was reciting the mantra, I could see these 2 streams of nectar flowing down from the vase of immortality that he was holding in front of me, and they were flowing right into my 2 kidneys, either side. So these two streams of nectar were purifying my kidneys. So I carried on reciting the mantra and felt this incredible purifying nectar, purifying my kidneys. And by the end of this, after 2 hours of this process of chanting the mantra, the vision sort of disappeared. And I began to feel rather good. So I felt much happier. I felt much better. And my sister and my wife turned up. This was at lunchtime. They expected to see me at the door of death. But I wasn't. I was sitting up in bed, feeling rather pleased with myself. So nice big smile. Yeah, it's fine actually. It's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. So they were very surprised, of course. But, well, one has to expect these things. So I was in hospital for another 5 days. And by the end of the 5 days, the doctor said my kidney functioning was back to normal again. So that was great, really. That was great, you know. Yeah, I went back home, and when I got back home, I discovered that I was completely exhausted, really. Yeah, completely exhausted, and also in a deep state of shock. So yeah, the experience had been very strong, really. Yeah, so I was exhausted in a state of shock. And a few days after this, it was my 65th birthday. And because the news had gone out to the order that I was seriously unwell, I was receiving all these letters and all these cards. So I had about 80 cards. And I was sitting there opening the cards and the birthday messages and all these get well cards. And the news came through on my 65th birthday that Bhante Sangharashtra had just died. So that was very strong as well. So I had all the cards and also the news that Bhante died. So this is what happens tomorrow, really. So we're commemorating the 7th anniversary of the death of Sangharashtra. And also, as it happens, my 72nd birthday. Now that's very. Which is most important? No, it just. His, yeah. So, it took me 2 months to recover from incident, actually. I was completely exhausted. And, yeah, it took me 2 months to recover. But after 2 months, I was fine. So no further problems with my kidneys. It did put me off eating mushrooms for a whole year. I just couldn't face a mushroom. But after a year, you know what it's like? I mean, yeah, you know, so. I started eating the mushrooms again. So I think there's a number of things that come out of this. Number of significant things that come out of this. I like to think that receiving the nectar from Padmasambhava's long life vase certainly helped save my life. I'm sure the kidney flush was pretty good. but also, I like to think I'm kind of trusting that actually, yeah, the nectar from Padmasambhava's long life vase was also very healing. So I'm trusting that. And then the second trust is, trusting that vision happened for me as a fruition of my Dharma practice. So because I practiced for Dharma, quite intensively, but at that time for about 45 years, the deities were really there for me when I needed them. So my main sadhanas are Padmasambhava and Prajnaparamita. And it was great to have them turn up like that, when I needed them. I mean, that's why we do our sadhana practice, you know. So when we're in the crucial situation, they do turn up, and that's really great. And then thirdly, the third trust is that, when it is my time to die, the third trust is that the deities really will be there for me, when my time comes. And also they'll be there, but also I'll be able to recognize that they're there. That recognition, will be there because it was there at that challenging time, during the hospital. So that's given me trust that when faced with the crucial situation, that relationship that I have with those particular deities will hold good. They will be there for me. I still have a fear of death, so that hasn't gone, completely. But there is this sort of deep, in my heart of hearts, I sort of know that actually everything will be all right. That, everything will be fine. When the time comes, everything will be fine. So that's the confidence that I'm left with, as a result of this experience. So, I kind of think, well, this was, it was, a rite of passage. I entered the crucial situation of the solitary retreat. And there were these 4 days when I couldn't eat, couldn't drink, couldn't sleep, couldn't meditate. And I was able to be there with that. So there was this ordeal, if you like, but also I was able to meet the challenge of that and to come through. I was able to recognize the deities, and I was able to come to some definite realization. So the experience was initiatory. It was really quite profoundly initiatory for me. And initiation is important in our lives. We might not look for initiation, but initiations come to us in all sorts of different ways, and they introduce us to deeper or higher or further levels of experience and understanding. So that's what happened for me. That's the mushroom incident.